Louisiana beer reviews. I'm blinded by the sun. I can't see if I'm in the frame or not. Rogue Dead Guy Imperial IPA. This is a low bitterness but high alcohol beer. Red can, the green can is the IPA, the black can is the original Rogue Dead Guy Ale. Rogue established in 1988. This came out in 2023. 9.6% alcohol, 40 bitterness units, 11 light to dark, 12 ounces. Canned, let's see, about 3 months ago, less than 3 months ago. Well, at this IBU, I mean at this ABV level, it shouldn't matter much. IBUs weren't a big factor anyway. We used to get a lot of their beers, and then they said you're part of the Rogue Nation and all of this, but gave me a little card, you know, that kind of stuff. But their beers have largely faded from around here. I found this at Total Wine & More in Metairie, Louisiana. It was $2.79 for a single. That's not a bad deal for a sample this day and age. But most stores don't sell Rogue. And if they do sell Rogue, it's going to almost always be the Dead Guy Ale. Black tab. I think this is sold in cans only, but you might be able to find it on draft. Some specialty taverns. All right, nice smoke. All right, so yeah, I don't know if Rogue is sold anywhere in this parish anymore. We don't have counties, we have parishes, but that's how much it's faded over the last 10 years. I mean, I used to go to a local store here and it'd be lined up. The bomber bottles, the 22-ounce bottle, would be lined up, about 6 or 7 of them or more. Okay, it's translucent orange, yellow orange. The head is very thick. It's probably going to end up being spongy, off-white. All right. Never had it. I see there's a pretty good amount of video reviews for it, so I intend to watch those and written reviews. Beer Advocate saying it's very good, 87, which to me would just be good. Untapped has it. It's 77, but that would translate over to about the same as Beer Advocate, 87, the way Untapped does theirs. And then it's about the same. They're both saying very good, but not excellent. Rate Beer hates it. They're giving it, I think, a 58 out of 100. And In the Style, an 11. So they say as an Imperial IPA, it's practically undrinkable and probably unsafe to drink. You know, being 89% terrible. But relative to other IPAs, strong, you know, Imperial IPAs. And In the Style, they say it's awful, but they tend to have outrageous scores sometimes. All right. And more like often, not just sometimes. All right, anyway, that's my experience. Aroma, I hear a woodpecker. Yeah, standard white bread crust, oily, kind of fruity hops. These tend to be similar one to another. Beta has done their Alpha Gator at 9. It says on the can, malt beverage with natural flavors. So got it, but it's popular, very popular. Alpha Gator, Alpha Gator. It's got the full 40 bitterness units. It's coming in at 3.5 out of 5 hop cones. I wonder what tree that woodpecker's on. That cypress tree. Sweetness is pretty high. It's a malt bomb. These super strongs, and all the companies have it now, right? I think there's an Imperial Sweetwater IPA, which I've not seen around here. We don't get Sweetwater in this area of Louisiana anymore. There's a super high live 10%, which we don't get here. Remember, out to Pensacola, Florida, I'll buy it. Then, like I said, Vita's got the Alpha Gator. It's at 9 now. It used to be 8.5. Voodoo Ranger, they kind of started it all. They have theirs. Lagunitas got Maximus. I saw that the other day at one of these stores. So it's just like a race to the top. Who can put out the highest ABV? Sort of fruit-oriented flavored IPA. Some are really questionable, you know, like Voodoo Ranger, they want to make all kind of crazy stuff like fruit flavor, like make it taste like fruit punch. One's supposed to taste like pineapple juice or something, like a juice force and a tropic force, but they'll say on the can malt beverage with natural flavors, so they're just telling you they're adding flavoring to make it wild. I wasn't too thrilled with those, but I mean, no one forced me to buy them. But the way I thought, they were okay. But I mean, but the tall cans was 19.2 ounces. I'm glad this is only 12 ounces, honestly. And then Goose Island, that's right, they have the tropical beer hug. A lot of people call it bear hug because it has a bear on it, but it's beer hug. That's a knockout. First found that in 2021 in Tennessee, and then it starts showing up around here. All right, high medium body, nearly heavy, but not quite so heavy, but close. Semi-sweet finish. So the finish is semi-sweet, not dry. Oh man, it tastes like there's wheat in it. A lot of these will add wheat. I mean, most of them seem, if you read the ingredients, it'll say wheat. It might be torrefied wheat, or some will say malted wheat, unmalted wheat. They don't have the ingredients list on the can or the website. Usually though, if they have wheat, it'll say contains wheat, because some people have some sensitivity to it and they want to tip people off. I don't know if that's a rule or it's just something companies do, but it doesn't say anything about wheat on this. This enormous and balanced. It is balanced, 3.5 sugar, 3.5 out of 5 sugar cubes and 3.5 out of 5 hop cones. Will bury your taste buds in hoppy revel from hoppy revel. I didn't know what the way they wrote it. I couldn't read what the letter was. From first sip right till the bitter end. Well, it's not that bitter of an end, and it's not that dry of an end. It's sort of sweet. Well, I'm going to go above Beer Advocate. They're saying very good at 87, but I'm going to say very good at 89. 8.9 out of 10. 8.9 out of 10. Very good, but excellent. I don't know about that. Maybe if I sip on it, it'll go higher, but it's got a little chalkiness. These high gravity beers, especially the lagers, they'll be chalky. It tastes like they got chalk in it. Like some of those high gravity, like adjunct lagers, such as Steel Reserve 211, 8.1, or the Schlitz Gold Bull high gravity lager. That thing is 8.5. That one's sort of chalky. It's not as glaring as some of the others. Hurricane high gravity. I don't know if that one's chalky, but it's like, it's kind of gamey or cloying, I guess the word. It's like sweet, and it's kind of makes you grit your teeth, kind of like, but it's, I don't know, it's just not for me. All right, this one is just not for me. They too chewy. That's the word. And I'm only rating it 3.5 out of 5 sugar cubes, but maybe it's higher, and I'm not by flavor perceiving it, but by experiential drinking, I'm perceiving it. Yeah. But anyway, still in all, even with those complaints, because it's designed to be this way, I can't complain too much. It's the way they're supposed to be. That's the style, you know. So I don't have to drink the style. So 8.9 out of 10. A very good ale, and I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Oregon and take a brewery tour.